Hey nerds, Bevan here. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year's, you guys. It's officially 2019 and I hope you all had a great New Year's. I know I myself had a very quiet evening in with some delicious takeout food, so that was a good time for me. If you watched last week's video, you know I got an Xbox 360 for Christmas, and I mentioned I was going to do a follow-up video talking about my Xbox 360 memories because that is my favorite system of all time. So here is that video. This is going to be a memories video and a favorite games video and a games I need to get video. So it's kind of three topics all in one. I'm going to try to integrate them as easily as possible so it's not like section 1, section 2, and section 3. The first game I want to talk about though is Street Fighter 4. This is a game that I have spent many an evening in my dorm room playing with about 10 people. You know, loser passes the controller off and winner just keeps going and going and going. And we had some great nights in university with this game. So this is a game I'm going to have to get. I'm going to actually get this game and then unlock all the characters. I was never able to unlock every single character last time, but if I ever get this game again, I'm going to have to do that. Another game I'm going to have to get and replay again is Batman Arkham Asylum. Now this, I don't care what anyone else says, this is the best game in the trilogy. For my specific taste anyway, because I prefer a game where it's just linear. You land in your spot and you go forward and you solve the puzzle or you beat the enemy or whatever the case is. I'm not a guy who likes open world. That's why I didn't really like Arkham City and I didn't like Arkham Knight for Xbox One. I don't like that open world game. I want to land there and just go forward, which is what Batman Arkham Asylum is. Sticking with superheroes but jumping over to the Marvel side. You guys know I'm a big Spider-Man fan. Now, he's getting a lot of hype right now for the PS4 game that just came out, but in the past generation here with Xbox 360, PS3, he had, I think, 4 or 5 solo games, and the ones I played were really good. I forget all the names of them, but I think I played 2 or 3. There was the one where the symbiotes are taking over all of New York City, and Venom's there, and then Wolverine becomes a symbiote, and that game was really good. And then I also played the one where it's like time jumping. So there's Peter Parker in the main timeline, but simultaneously you're also playing as Spider-Man 2099 in the future, and they can like communicate back and forth with each other. Now that was a really cool game. There was also an X-Men game that I really liked called X-Men Destiny. Now it's not your typical X-Men game where you are the X-Men. You're not playing as Wolverine or Cyclops or Jean Grey or any of these guys. You are a brand new mutant earning your way onto the X-Men team. I can't remember all the specifics of it because I haven't played the game in over 10 years, but that was a game I really enjoyed playing as well, despite the fact that you were not a mainstream X-Men. But my favorite game for the Xbox 360, a game and franchise actually that I have put several hours and several playthroughs into, the Gears of War franchise, specifically Gears of War 2. I had a buddy in university who may or may not watch my videos, I'm not sure, we're still friends on Facebook, but his name is Brad, and him and I played Gears of War 2 like 2 or 3 times, and we played the co-op, and we just were so in sync as teammates. It was like, there's the ammo, I got this guy, like, it just felt so good, and I know if we both picked up the controller now, we would do the exact same things. We were so friggin' good at Gears of War. So those are the games that I need to get back, but there are some games that I definitely missed out on. Now the big one for me that I know I missed out on is DC's Injustice. While I never played the game, I definitely did read that first comic book series that came out as a companion for the game. I think it was a prequel series for that first Injustice. And the idea of it, of Superman losing his mind and becoming a god for lack of a better term, I guess, where he kind of takes over the world and runs it and shows the world what Superman could have been if he wasn't holding back for all of those years. I'm not a big fan of comic book characters going from their own reality into an alternate reality, but I love the idea of alternate realities as their own standalone story, which is just what Injustice is. Now I'm not sure if since then, because it's been, 5 or 6 years since this first game came out, if there's ever been any crossover, like if Batman's ever gone from the main DC continuity to visit the Injustice world like they did with Flashpoint. I'm not sure, but it's a super cool idea and I gotta get this game. Other games I need to get are just, your staples of having any kind of console system. I need the most recent NBA 2K game I can get, which I think is 14 or 15. The most recent NHL game I can get, again, 14 or 15. The most recent WWE 2K game I can get, again, 14, 15. And as weird as it is, I need to go back and try to find like the best Sonic game, Sonic the Hedgehog game for Xbox 360. I love Sonic as a kid because I had the Sega Genesis instead of the Super Nintendo. So like I grew up playing Sonic for my first few years. I think I got the N64 when I was 8. So up until I was 8, I was playing as Sonic instead of Mario. Other games I want to try are the Telltale series. I did play one for Xbox One, and I can't remember the name, but it was about a wolf who was a cop. As weird as that is, I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But I know Telltale has the Batman game for Xbox 360, as well as a Game of Thrones game. And I really want to play those, especially the Game of Thrones ones, because there's other great Batman games out there. But Telltale, for those of you guys who don't know, they create these games that are kind of like choose your own adventure. You'll be talking to someone and they'll say something and you can choose how to react. And I know other games have elements of that in them, but like this is like the main focus of the Telltale games, at least in my experience with that one wolf game. But now that you guys know kind of what I'm into with video games, I'd love to hear some suggestions. I love stuff like yours were third-person shooters I like. I don't like first-person, that's why Halo's not on this list. I want platformers in the vein of a Sonic or maybe a Crash Bandicoot. I did play some Crash Bandicoot for 360, but it wasn't very good. So I'd love to hear from you guys what your favorite Xbox 360 games are. What should I check out? Again, I don't like first-person shooters. I don't like open world, which I know will cut down a lot of the most popular games, but that's kind of where I'm at in life, you guys. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and if you really liked it, hit the subscribe button, support the channel however you can. I would love to make new friends in 2019 going forward. That's really what I want to do, is just create more conversation and make more friends on YouTube. So I guess that about does it for me, guys. And until next time, folks, I will see you next time, folks.